Hello, my name is Silas Olson, and this is Additive Revolutionaries. So our problem statement is basically that manufacturing today in 3D printing world cannot really handle actual implementation into engineering manufacturing. So typically with 3D printing, especially, um, it's just not doable to use plastics in regular manufacturing areas. We need something more than these materials that aren't up to the task. So the solution to this is to build a 3D printer that can print in metal. And this will be done by using this structure as it's seen on the sketch. So we'll have the structure of the body and the nozzle where the metal will be flowing through. And then we'll also have the presser that will be pressing it down, as well as cold air that will be pumping in to cool the metal as it prints out. So as for our competitors, you can see metal 3D printing is in the first column, but then for our competitors, we have regular PLA printers, which are typical for what you'll see. We have regular manufacturing and engineering, and then you'll see resin 3D printers as well, which are similar to PLA. Ultimately, the metal 3D printer is going to cost more than the resin and the PLA, but keep in mind that this is about actually being able to print in metal. These two things, these PLA and the resin, can't do that. They're not really viable in the actual engineering world. If we move on to manufacturing, which is the real competitor, manufacturing is not only more expensive, but it also is not fast at all, and it takes a long time, and it takes operators of itself that know how to do the processes rather than it being automated. With metal 3D printing, we can cut down on the time, we can cut down on the manpower, and we can cut down on the cost. So for our marketing strategy, it's going to be about $10,000 per printer. The plan is to first produce for local customers here in Arizona and the Valley. The technology is expected to take 5 years to research and refine, and by 2032, the technology will be refined to mass produce it. There will be a jump in 2033 until we stabilize in 2034, and purchases will be one time in person to make sure each customer gets the care they need for their printer. So these printers are going to be very much customized to the company's needs and used so that they can make the most out of their printers in order to manufacture what they need. So first, for our marketing opportunities, first we're going to aim at the local small businesses. These will be smaller businesses like FMI or Rosatics, some startups within the Arizona company or the Arizona area that may need this sort of thing in order to save money. They'll move on to broader Arizona manufacturing companies, and finally to large engineering companies such as Tesla, SpaceX, NASA, etc. These are companies that will need this sort of manufacturing in order to ramp up production in the future. So here's going to be the team. First, it's going to be Jeff Olson. He's a software engineer. He has 20 plus years in the industry of coding and engaging or engineering management. So he's going to be our team lead for the most part, and he is going to help a lot with the G code and various coding that we'll need for the printer. Then we have Faith Vandenberg, a marketing strategist and physics expert. She has extensive experience in physics and analyzing thermal energy and material sciences behind printing. So there's going to be a lot of new technology coming in here. So we want to bring in experts who know a lot about physics and can move their way around this technology and help grow it over time. So what is needed now? Well, in March, we finished our questionnaire of people and what they thought about it. In April, we are asking for 25 grand for startup research. This is going to help just to build prototypes pretty much. In October is planned to be our public launch. So our goals right now is for research to be complete by September so that we have something to present and then refine over the next month. We're going to allow for ourselves 5 years of growth in the technology because there's always tons of refinement that can go down in that time. And we're going to say that there's going to be about 2 to 3 times growth within the 7 years. So the use of our funds first is going to go to research, mainly. That's going to be our primary thing. There will be some devoted to marketing as well and design and implementation, but our primary focus for the funds is going to be research, and then number 3, a little bit of design and implementation. So in exiting, we believe that this technology will help ramp up manufacturing to a huge level. And we also want to look at this guy who says that AI is the new hype of manufacturing that will be replaced, and just recognize that AI and bigger things, bigger software things like that, they are very important and they're up and coming. But things like that get replaced. New technology comes around. When it comes to manufacturing, we are always going to be building stuff. We are always going to be finding new ways to build. And really, it's never going to be replaced. So 3D printing is one of those things that could come and stick around for decades, if not centuries, to come in the manufacturing world. That is my presentation. Thank you.